Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this story. This is a true story, and it goes back to when I was about 10 years old, 1986. And I lived in Landon, Wisconsin. And me and my friend on the corner by the hill where I went to school had built the whole hill down, 2 sled ramps with a whole bunch of jumps on it. And it had a rainstorm the night before, so all of our jumps were ice. And I went to school, and my teacher was kind of like a dink to me, so I was like, I'm just going to leave. You know, I'm just going to leave the school and go, and I'm going to go play. But I didn't know I had a bone cyst, a big bone cyst in my leg, right? And so I broke my leg going down the hill. And I was at the bottom of the hill in Landon, Wisconsin, and for hours in the cold, hours. At one point in time, I tried to pull myself out of the bushes I had gone into. And then at one time when I woke up, because the pain was a lot, because my femur was broken, right? I tried to put my leg back together because Comanche Chief from G.I. Joe could do that. And that didn't work out at all. It was very painful, very, very painful. So I laid on the ground in the cold for maybe 8 or 9 hours. And then finally the people came home, and I dragged my body across the snow. I was 10, and they saw me, and I went to the hospital. I was there for a long time. And I'm going to show you something here now. This is pretty cool. So you know how there's like this thing called redemption, and the idea that everybody should walk? I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this idea, right? That every person has the right to walk, right? And that we all lost a bone, right? Does anybody ever heard that? All right. So check this out. All right. I've got everything covered, but this is my hip. You see that? Let me turn so you can see that. This is my hip. All right, let's get some look at that. See that scar all the way down there? I had the first transplant, or at least I was made to believe that, of a female's bone in my body when I was 10 years old, after my leg broke with a bone cyst, some type of osteoblastoma, something like that. Anyways, check this out. The bone went in my body, took a graft, and I walk. I never took antiretroviral drugs at all. I got my bone back, and I walked. You get it? Because a woman died for me. And her bone's in my body. And I walk because of her. I love women. I love America. I think everything is great. Had I been born in another country, I guess it would have been different, you know. But I was lucky. I was born in a place called the land of the free, the home of the brave, the place we have God at, you know. I'm not illuminated. I'm not a brighter than you light. I'm just right here. God bless God. In the name of God. Because God is the only God for every man, woman, and child. And no one will be left behind. In the name of God, I tell the truth.